Hi, my name is Emily Pickard. I'm a final year PhD candidate in Scottish literature, and this is my story, Cumbrae. She was sitting alone, a light tartan scarf wrapped around her thin neck, though it was the middle of June and the hottest day Scotland had seen in 30 years. She wore a light pale yellow jacket and green trousers. She decided to sit across from me and my dog in the four-seater section of the train, though I had made it clear, with my dog in my seat next to me and my laptop out, that I didn't want to talk. My dog and I were going to Cumbrae for the day. The train ended at Largs, and we could take the ferry across to the island. When I blew my nose quite loudly with a cold, I looked at her sympathetically and apologized. She smiled politely, said it was okay, and asked how I was feeling. The train was overcrowded with beachgoers on a rare sunny day. I thanked her and asked where she was going. Largs. Are you just going for a quick beach walk? It's meant to be one of our last bouts of sun. I am. She didn't immediately question my accent, which I found refreshing. We sat in silence for a little while, then she asked what we were doing. Well, we're just going to Cumbrae. I think it will be one of the last times we can enjoy the sun, so we're going for the inner circle. My dog George loves the ocean. Cumbrae's lovely. I used to go there every year with my daughter. Oh, that's sweet. Her daughter had gone to Millport on Cumbrae every year with school. It was a wee-class trip they took so city folk understood island and rural life. She had gone with the class a few times, and after her daughter had left school, they'd made a point of going every year for her birthday. That's beautiful. It must be a very memorable place for you both. It is. We sat in silence for a bit longer. Then she asked where I was from, and she told me about where her cousins lived in Canada, a city not far from where I grew up, and about her brief trip there. We laughed and chatted about how it looks nothing like how most people here believe. Some factories, some flat land, a contrast to the snow-peaked mountains and lakes of the Scottish imagination. I told her I always thought Scotland was lochs and castles before I moved here. She chuckled, offered me a sweet from her pocket. We sat in silence a bit more. I pulled out my book, thinking the conversation was over, but we chatted about that too. She mentioned that she thought her daughter would have liked the novel I was reading. I asked her why her daughter wasn't there to enjoy their favorite spot. She died 2 years ago. I've kept going to Cumbrae for her birthday. I can't quite make the ferry trip to Millport this year, but I'll go to the point and the beach. I sat in silence for a moment. Will you get ice cream? She smiled at my question. I love ice cream. There's a lovely spot on the shore. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope everyone has a great lockdown.